Welcome back. All right, so there was a trade of some significance made this evening. So rather than wait until I don't know when I'm going to do videos tomorrow, looking at tomorrow's schedule, I have no idea because it's just wall to wall hockey and there's no breaks in between, but I'll work on it. So the Arizona Coyotes have taken Nick Ritchie off of the Toronto Maple Leafs' hands. This may end up being a really smart move for Arizona as well. I'm wearing Toronto because I like what they did, but I like this from a perspective of Arizona as well. So $2.5 million cap hit for Nick Ritchie into next season. Arizona can absolutely afford that. They're not worried. They also get a 2025 second round pick, but they have the choice of turning that into a 2023 third round pick should they choose to do so. So they get some allowance for what they're going to do. And then going to Toronto, Ryan Dzingel, who's on an expiring contract at $1.1 million cap hit. Good depth forward. Hot and cold. He's been hot and cold this year as well, and so that's what you're going to get with Dzingel. He may be energized from the trade. We shall see. And then Ilya Lyubushkin, who it feels like is the main part of this deal. That Dzingel for Ritchie's kind of a saw-off, and that Lyubushkin is the big part of this deal. $1.35 million. He expires this year as well. So for Lyubushkin, he is a physical defenseman. He is a defensive defenseman, but he's pretty good. And at a $1.35 million cap hit this year, it's a really good cap hit for what he brings. I've seen some comments online from people not knowing who he is and not knowing what the big deal is, but he's a physical defenseman. He's a defensive defenseman, and he's the kind of guy that Toronto needs. Now, in order to be cap compliant, Chris Johnson reporting this, and just numbers reporting this, that the Leafs have to demote a player to the AHL tomorrow to be salary cap compliant going forward. Or, and me thinking outside the box, or they just waive Dzingel. They're like, you know what, fine. Because again, to me it feels like Lyubushkin is the part, that's the guy they wanted. So we shall see if they demote somebody to the AHL. And again, we'll see who might be, and if a player's waiver exempt, there's a better chance they go down. The Leafs, obviously a team that fashions themselves as being contenders at this point, want to be able to go on a deep run. Having that depth on the blue line like Lyubushkin helps, but if you lose another defenseman along the way, then that kind of offsets what you've done. So I like the trade from a Toronto perspective for right now. I think Lyubushkin's a good pickup, and Dzingel can be a good bottom six guy as well. And from an Arizona side of things, they pick up Nick Ritchie, who was useful for Boston last season, can be a useful player. Maybe going to Arizona helps. And look what it's done for Boyd. So, yeah, it's been interesting to see how this trade deadline is shaking out so far. I don't think Toronto is done, though. That being said, being so tight to the cap, they're going to have to get creative. And maybe they call Arizona again for some help with a cap hit of a guy coming over kind of thing. But I also like Arizona picking up another draft pick and that they have some flexibility as to what that draft pick's going to be. So, let me know who you think won this trade in the comment section below, as always, because we always try to decide who did or didn't win trades. It's kind of silly. Again, to me, right now I like it for Toronto for next year and beyond. I kind of like it for Arizona, but we'll see if Lyubushkin makes enough of an impression that he ends up sticking around next season. Right? For Toronto, they may very well decide they like Lyubushkin, they want to keep him around. Maybe Dzingel has a really good run and he wants to stay as a bottom six as well. We shall see. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.